So, the Object 260. I'm not going to lie to you, we probably don't need to go into the stats for this one, because pretty much most people will know that this tank is extremely good. You get this tank by completing the campaign missions, and yes, this is the last one from the first campaign. So once you've completed the Stug 4, the T28 Concept, and the T55A, you'll then enter the 260, and once you complete all the missions, or at least you complete level 15 with honours, you will then get the 260. This tank is insanely fast. It is actually the second highest top speed of any heavy tank in the game, the first one being the 50B, and if you put a Bond Turbo on this thing, it is absolutely rapid. The downside is that it doesn't get very good terrain resistances, so we do need to use the left-hand field mod, which if we do go ahead and look at the field mods, you'll see that we're using the left, then the left, right, left, right. For the last one, this one doesn't really matter too much. You could either leave this blank, or you could even go to the left-hand side, because it's not really the turret traverse, it's the movement and hold traverse that is going to be affected here. And those two are already kind of high, but not really that high. And just to show you the difference of this last field mod, if we go to the left hand side, the two that you're looking for is this moving and tank traverse right here, where it's 0.14 and 0.15. If you go to the left hand side, it goes up to that. If you go to the right hand side, it goes down to that. If we leave it blank, it's that. So it doesn't really matter too much, honestly, overall which one you pick here. If you want more hit points, then yep, do that. If not, then you can pick the right hand side. And then also to show you that the field mod will be very, very important for the first one. This is the effective top speed on hard and medium and soft. So on medium, it actually goes to 58 without this field mod. And if you click the field mod, you then go all the way up to 62. So it is quite important that you do choose this left-hand field mod. And that is the reason why we are not using experimental hardening and we're using config. If you want a full video on that, I have one link down below. This does also mean that the number 7 field mod on this tank, which you should pick for the top forward speed, is purely just on hard terrain, because medium will never get that unless you're going downhill. Interestingly enough, the 260 is actually not in a positive win rate difference. This tank is at 0.93% win rate difference between what people usually have as their win rate and then what they get in this tank. So that's actually quite surprising to me, because usually people are going to be performing quite well in this tank, as kind of the better players usually have this vehicle, because you would have had to gone through a lot of stages to get it. But let's be honest though, it's 55% versus 54%. Yeah, good players are playing this tank. So even though that, yes, this is getting a negative win rate difference, it's 54% still. So, which is actually something that you need to take into consideration when you're comparing any of these stats, is who are the people who are playing this tank? Because, yeah, you look at something like the VKK, 57% win rate players on average are playing this tank. At least in the last 30 days on EU. And one of the nicest things about this tank in particular is that the standard rounds are good. You have 260 standard pen in the 260, which makes sense. At 1,259 meters a second shell velocity, you obviously have the 440 alpha, but then the premium rounds are there for when you do meet heavily armored targets at 340 heat. They do only go at 900 shell velocity, but honestly, that's not the end of the world. HE on this vehicle is meh. It's not amazing, it's not bad, it's 68, you can pen quite a few things with this. 700 meters per second shell velocity though is quite annoying. It's kind of rare that this goes slower than like the other shells, because you'd kind of be expecting it to go at 900, but yeah, 700 on this, it's a bit weird. But 530 alpha for that HE if you do manage to pen something. And just quickly to go through the crew so that you can see what I'm running. I'm not going to go into a deep dive into this by any means, but here we have the commander, the gunner, driver, and then the loader. Now for the secondary equipment loadout, I am using Prokhorovka build. Yes, you probably know by now. We have optics, rammer, and then vents. Yep, we choose that. We go middle, we try and spot, we hide from artillery as best as we can. It's Prokhorovka at the end of the day. But for 99% of the time, we're using this loadout. Right, for our first game, we're on Airfield. Now, as we get stuck into a traffic jam, I've been kind of debating what I actually want to do on Airfield, because it's usually a map that I don't enjoy playing and it can be extremely stale in certain times. But I think that most of the time I've been having a lot of success by going up onto the balcony over here. So if we can bomb it around, we go up onto the balcony and then hopefully we can shoot someone as they go up maybe as well. We have to go a little bit on the brakes here. Don't quite get a shot off, but that's fine. Oh, bit of damage, nice. And now we just wait here for a second, just in case someone is up here. We maybe wait for the EBR as well. Because then if there is someone just around here, we can quickly put one into them as well. Now we don't get spotted for this, which tells us that there's probably no one in this bush. We also are, we have a lot of heavies. Like everything over here is basically having a brawl here right now. Oh, but we get spotted here. Which means that there could be someone that's come up here. Or there could be someone further back that's managed to spot us as we've gone forwards. There's the EBR. Let's see if we can get one shot into him. I would love to try and shoot these though. But I also don't want to get stuck here. Because it'll be very, very easy for me to get into a situation where I'm then at a massive disadvantage. Like peeking this is not a good idea. Maybe we can go hold down there. There's not enough space really for this many tanks. That's a problem we have at the moment. We're up on health. You know what? The best play here is just to be patient, I think. Because all of these might start coming down here. And then all of this also might start pushing through. Then we can just start farming them as they push in. So 279. One into him. And all we need to do is just play safe here. Another one into 279. We don't need to... You see, like, sometimes doing nothing is the best course of action. You don't have to always try and peek something and make a play. I will try and put one into this mouse though. Bad aim. Much better there. You see how it could have been very easy if we left this, that it might not have been that great for us. I don't know whether or not this guy is going to keep peeking this mouse. And he should be dead soon though. Are they trying to push again? I mean, it went so well the first time, didn't it? That's crazy, man. That's such bad aim, though. Gun depression is the biggest problem in this vehicle. Please. We're not in any danger right now, but we need damage. Like, look at the gun depression. The gun depression is so annoying. If I had a degree more, we'd be absolutely fine here. One into him. Again, though, we don't need to really rush anything. Slightly annoying that we can't shoot him. I don't know if the 60TP can shoot this guy or not. I can't really keep peeking this. I can't take another shot. We do have a gorilla and friends over the other side. This is so annoying to try and maneuver around this, to have gun depression in any form. 60TP should have enough gun depression to kill this this guy though. Where's the FV? Oh, the FV's here. We need to obviously switch to heat for the mouse. I'm actually going to kill this guy, even if it takes me... Can't. So, you see what I mean? The gun depression is the most annoying thing right now. I don't know what I was doing there. That's a terrible shot. I'm honestly fighting the gun depression. My own tank, I am fighting more than the enemy tanks right now. Wait, can I overmatch his hull? I can't remember. Alright. He's dead. I have to push down from this, I think. Because the Foch will end up shooting me otherwise. And what I should do is push down into this. Kill the Rhinoceronte here. What? Ram? How does it bounce? Right, now he's dead. That's good. Now we need to hide from artillery. Oh man, honestly, I've fought the gun depression more than anything else, more than any other tank. Right, the EBR's up there. I don't know where the Foch 155 is though. So we do need to be careful of that. A very, very intelligent EBR player. STRV is pushing up, so we should be safe to cross this now. Let's now just push up into here, then maybe we can get shots on the Foch 155. Alright, well, is he going to push? No? Can I go down here? I don't know. Do you know what? We're chancing it. I'm sure I'll be fine. Took a little bit of damage, that's fine. I just want one more shot into... Okay, the Foch is running anyway. No, the game's over. No more damage for us. It should have been so much more, but I don't know. The gun depression is the biggest drawback of this vehicle. By far. Over anything else, the gun depression is the biggest weakness. So yeah, only 3.3k, which is nothing, to be honest, with this tank. You want at least 4k minimum. 6 degrees of gun depression is not very nice in nowadays world of tanks. It's really not. Alright, so we're now on Ensk, which we don't need gun depression for, hopefully, anyway. Only in certain situations we'll need it. It is against tier 9s, so hopefully we should be able to do a lot of damage here. We can play fully hold down as well, which is really nice. I'm just going into here. Let's put in one into you, Mr. Grillo, as you're running off. Maybe put one into this TVP as well. And I'm hoping that he will move his tank, but he seems quite set on just being fully hold down there. Okay, they're pushing into that. That's okay. The best thing that you can do in this tank actually is, or one of the best things, is actually reverse side scraping. So we're going to begin doing that. Although our VKK is already very, very low health. I'm going to try and angle to allow him to push into this, if he wants to. Oh, please don't do this. I'm sorry, but I am going to be fully blocking this guy because he is in the way. This guy is more of a nuisance than the enemy. One into the hurry one. There's sometimes in life that you just need to literally block your own team because they will get you killed. Okay, I need to get out of that. That is not a good plan to stay up there. T10 pushing through though. We're going to go back to APCR because I want to be able to try and track people. He pens it though. Maybe I can hire all this. No, we don't hire all that. I'm dead. Alright. I'll try and deal with this guy. Block the Ensk as well. I can overmatch his roof. What? Well, I meant to be able to overmatch his roof anyway. We're not blocking that though. It was almost well played, but I don't know how we bounced that. Okay, well, the game is wrong about this because that is not how I had it. And also, the gun should not be blocking for APCR. Like, you should be able to go straight through that and pen through an overmatch regardless. If it was heat, then sure, but it was APCR that I shot. But how can you have a shot that goes from here, like at this angle, and then the next shot somehow comes from below? That doesn't make sense. Yeah, unfortunately, there's not a lot I can do in that game. Although Old School was in my game. Second place in the GSOR 1006. Impressive. Well, for our third and final game, we're against Tier 8s, which maybe we can do something. There's one artillery, so potential in this matchup. But yeah, I would love to show you games that I do, 5,000 damage in and whatnot, but this is a realistic expectation of a video and what you would probably be dealing with in your day-to-day lives within World of Tanks. So yeah, don't expect 5Ks every game, because expect 15 5s. That's pretty common, but not 5Ks 5k damage every game. I am a little bit worried about this IS-7, although at the same time he won't have gun depression, the same as I don't have gun depression, so he can't really play here reliably. I do have a Conqueror on my team though, so that has actually given me a little bit more enthusiasm and confidence to push up. Sorry. Almost lower plate, easier shot. This actually has one of the best holes of any of the Russian heavies, because even side on, it's a lot like the Defender's hole in that regard, where unless they're using like 340 heat or something like that, they're going to actually struggle to pen it. Now, what we could do is just go over and try and kill this IS-7 here, which wouldn't actually be a bad option. And we may consider that in a second, but at the moment I want to try and get these out of the game as best as I can. That would have been quite funny if we did hit that. Oh, the E4 might be going for it. I want to push this, like, just to kill this IS-7, but at the same time I really don't. But I mean, what did I get shot by? I got shot by a 7.52. So we know the 7.52's at the back somewhere as well. There he is. I mean, we go for heat, and we're going in. And now we begin the DPM battle between me and an IS-7. Armor not penned. He should struggle to pen. Especially with his APCR round. I was going to go down here and go around, which I am going to do in a second, but I need to be unstunned for this. Or at least to guarantee me getting around here without too many issues. There we go. Just drive this around. And you can still make this really, really easily. No worries at all. They made this 10 times easier to do. I can't remember whether or not you can go all the way up. I think you can. Yes, you can by the looks of it. So we're going to go and do that. And then hopefully I can then go and kill the E3 as well. But yeah, you just hug this wall. It's really easy now. It used to be a lot harder. You shouldn't really be able to... You shouldn't really drown doing this anymore. And then we should have shots on the T-54D. As well as the 30B if he's over there, which he's not anymore. No, we didn't get spot. Oh, we did. So the T-54D is still around there. Oh, or that. I should really just keep pushing this. T-54D has just jumped off a cliff. What a lovely player. You know, I love playing against people that just go and kill themselves, you know? Must be an artillery main. Now, the E3 couldn't have gone too far. And that WT being there is actually kind of good for us, because now he's very, very visible. Hopefully I can spot him if he does peek, although I don't think I will. Would like to put one HE round into him if it's possible. Where's the E3 gone? E3's there. One into him. Ignore that. That's absolutely fine. That's going to die before I can really do anything. And now we just push up to this and try and put one into this guy. Nice. 3.9. I mean, it's close to 4K, but 15-1. Not too much you can really change out of this game. Maybe we should have been a little bit faster. Anyway, at least it showed you that the tank is good. It's not OP. It's not broken. It's just a solid vehicle. It's well worth grinding down the campaign to go and get this thing because it is very, very dominant. The only real things that you need to be worried about is that you can't side scrape, and you can also get shot trapped where if they go and do APCR rounds into here and then it goes down into your upper hull, it will overmatch and then you get shot. So that is how the shot trap occurs. It's annoying, but doesn't happen all the time. So yeah, that's a 260. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts down below, and I'll see you all in the next one.